シーズンを終えて真のチャンピオンの言葉がこちら。24対25シーズンを終えたカリーのインタビューが話題に、潔い発言が多くの感動を呼んでいる。カリー、俺たちも逆の立場にいたことがある。対戦相手のチームが主力を欠いてたこともあったし、それも頂点で勝つための一部なんだ。健康であること、運に恵まれること、試合終盤にボールがいい方向に転がってくれること、全部が揃ってこそなんだよ。
Yeah, obviously every season ends in some way, shape, or form. You know, we've had 4 years where it's ended great for us, and you know, the times you leave it all out on the floor and give whatever you have to try to either, you know, make the playoffs, keep your season alive or whatever it is, and sit on the sidelines. It's weird. You wish you were out there to be able to do something about it, but it just wasn't in the cards this year. We gave a great effort since February to give ourselves a chance, and you know, yeah, we've been up here talking about it since then, and every game since. Just all we wanted was a chance, and to finish the year like we did, and you know, to sneak in the playoffs, win that first round. Like, there's a lot to be proud of, for sure, considering where we were, but definitely disappointed, and frankly just sad that I wasn't out there able to play. So we have hopefully a bright future in terms of coming back next year and trying again. Not right now, no, but it'll give us optimism coming into next year. You know, September rolls around, and you know, there's 29 teams that ended their year disappointed in some way, shape, or form, who are excited about making a charge like we want to be as confident as possible coming into next year. And I think that window where we were 20, whatever our record was down the stretch, like that meant something. That was real. When I got hurt in game 1, obviously that changed a lot, but we have a lot to be, again, proud of and a lot to build off of for next year. So we got to maintain that optimism.
You guys were playing coming out of that game 7, and then in that game 1, you were playing well. Everybody was playing well. Even when you went down, the rest of the team still won that game. Do you wonder how far you guys could have gone had you been able to stay healthy? I think Steve said that he had no doubt in his mind that you guys had a shot. You guys could have gone to all the way.
You obviously have that mindset, and that's the story you're going to tell yourself when you lay your head down on the pillow every night for the next couple of weeks until whoever wins the championship. Because that's the belief that we did have. But again, this league is hard to win. You have to have things go your way. You know, we mentioned, like, we've been on the other side of it where, you know, guys have missed, for whatever reason, teams that we played against, and that's part of winning at the highest level. You have to have health, you have to have good fortune, you have to have ball bounce your way down the stretch in certain games. Like, it's why people watch every night, because it's unpredictable, and it's why there's such highs and lows emotionally, because of, you know, how fragile, you know, winning really is. So yeah, disappointed for sure. Will imagine and believe that we could have won everything, you know, had we been healthy, but you move on.
Steph, you guys' ages are obviously a talking point, but what makes you most confident in you, Draymond, and Jimmy being the right core for this team moving forward?
I think just you look at the sample size of the last 2 months, and even, you know, the Houston series, when we had our mind focused on a goal, like we had enough to accomplish it and get to a point where, you know, we were playing pretty high level basketball. Does that mean we can win a championship? We hope so.
When you're outside of work, that's a young man's age. When you're at work, you get those reminders that you are one of the oldest guys in the league. How are you feeling about that difference outside of work, inside of work, and your age being mentioned in pretty much every story about you from here on out?
One, it's an ultimate compliment because it's part of, like, the level that you're playing at, and, like, oh, he's still doing it at this age. 2, it's a reminder of your basketball mortality and appreciating every moment that you have. That's why the way this ended was as emotional as it was. Not being able to play in those big games because you don't know how many more opportunities you will have. But I think the difference on and off the court, like seeing my family and seeing my kids grow and opportunities off the court, like it allows me to just have fun and appreciate this chapter of my life as much as possible, knowing that hopefully the next chapter is as great, but this one, I'm trying to get every, bit of fun and experience and, squeeze as much juice out of this as possible. So it's weird to, even you get it from your teammates even. Like, I remember watching you in such and such game when I was 7. Like, it's, none of that stuff it is weird. Like, it's hard to kind of digest it, but it just allows me to make sure I'm having as much fun as possible doing what I love to do and how long I've been able to do it. And this last chapter of my career, getting everything I can out of it.
カリーっていつも楽しそうで、バスケを本気で楽しみ、自由にゾーンに入った時の真顔とかも含めて永遠のバスケ少年なイメージでした。でもこんなに若手やチーム、リーグ全体のことを考えて、完全に NBA の顔として凛と語る姿、やっぱかっこいいし偉大ですね。彼の現役時代をリアタイで生きていることに改めて感謝してしまいました。頑張れ来シーズン。これが本物のチャンピオンの言葉だと思う。
こんなコメント出されたらもう嫌いになれないよな。
ステフは本当にリーグに必要な存在だと思うわ。
ほとんどの優勝は才能、健康、運が揃った時だけってのが現実。
試合終盤にボールが自分たちに跳ねてくる運も必要って表現、本当に的確だった。
言ってることが全部正しいから5年前から嫌うのをやめた。
ほとんどのチャンピオンシップは怪我のタイミング次第って感じある。逆にウォリアーズも2019から2021までずっと怪我に悩まされてた。
それでも勝ちかけたのがすごいと思うけど、それ含めて運ってことだよな。健康も運も全部ひっくるめて実力って改めて言われると重い言葉だよな。ステフが言うから余計に説得力ある。
誰がどう見てもこれは名言。試合終盤にボールが跳ねてくる運も必要って言えるのは本当に勝負の厳しさを知ってるやつだけだよな。
実際に励まされるコメントだな。37から38まで都市シーズンでの復活に期待してる。生きる伝説カリー。
皆さんはカリーの今後のキャリアとウォリアーズについてどう思いますか？ぜひコメント欄で教えてください。